Okay, today is Friday, August 23rd, and this is what we did in geometry. We simplified it and rationalized radicals. We looked at perfect squares and the square root of perfect squares. We also looked at radicals that were not perfect squares that had to be simplified by using prime factors and factoring out from the radical. So in this case I took the square root of 12 and I broke it down into 3 prime numbers. 2 of which made a perfect square, and I pulled that out of the radical to make 2 times the square root of 3. As another example, if I had, let's say, the square root of 50, well, the square root of 50 is the same thing as 5 times 10. Now 5 times 10 can be, or 10 can be broken down. 5 is prime, so this becomes the square root of 5 times 5 times 2, and therefore we have a perfect square under there, and that would be 5 squared times 2, and we can pull that 5 out now of the radical to make 5 times the square root of 2. So you see, that's what we talked about today. We also talked about rationalizing them further by when we know that if we have 1 over the square root of 2, we can simplify that by multiplying both the top and the bottom by the square root of 2. In doing so, that gives us the square root of 2 over 2. So we have now the radical out of the denominator and into the numerator. Alright, so if we had, let's say, square root of 3 over the square root of 2, then that could be simplified as the square root of 3 times the square root of 2 over the square root of 2. We haven't changed the expression. We just simplified the denominator to the square root of 3 times the square root of 2 over 2. Now the square root of 3 times the square root of 2 over 2 is the same thing as the square root of 6 over 2. And that's what we did today in class.